Hello, welcome back to BYOB Experience. Today I'm gonna share to you how I determine the fair price value of the company that I love. As you can see on the screen today, we're using the example of a company named Apple because it's a very popular company. For sure, everybody know this one. Their product is iPhone. Although I don't have any share on this company. These pictures you see here on the video is taken from my main online brokerage account. Mega mega love shout out to Q3 Direct Investing. They're doing a very good job on this platform and I love it so much. So that's why even though I'm not getting paid by mentioning their company, that's because I am so thankful that they're doing a good job and I love it. I'm using it for a long time now. Excuse me. So all the pictures is coming from there. See, when you look for a company that you love, you just type here. You can see there the search engine. This one, like for example, Apple EEPL. Then click search, and this is the full screen you can see right away. Right, and this one is taken in January 23 this year, and the market price this company for 141.11. You can see that on 141.11. And on this screen, take note, you can see a detailed quote, news headline, company profile. And on the other side, you can do the charting. You can choose from 1 day to 5 year chart. See, you can see here like a meter, 52-week range. 124 is the lowest and 179 is the highest. If you remember on my previous video, this is the one I'm talking when the company that I love is like the 52-week performance is in the low side. That's the time I buy, even though the company that I love per price value is over value. So instead of waiting, sometimes I'm very impatient. So that's why I buy it when it is in the 50-week low performance, and then I'll buy more when it hit the below the price, the per price value. And here down here you can see the analyst rating. The analyst price target is 170.41. It's for the next 12 months, and there. And then if you want to see the competitors of Apple, these are the company here. You can see competitors. I only know one here, GRMN. I think that's Garmin. See, if you want to check out how's the competitor doing, this is the part where you can go. And then the financials. See, total assets of Apple is 352.76 billion. So there, that's the whole screen. And in order to know the fair value of this company, actually I have three sources here to do it. First is a computer generated pair value, which is I show you soon. And the next one is from the professionals. What this says, the pair value of this company. And the third one is from our own computation. Then we compare it if how's the pair value is it same or there's a difference there, then we decide which one to use. Okay, for the first source, I usually we go here on the research, click that research button there, and then when you click it, there's a multiple choices there, and you can see it says one of it is says value analyzer. You can click the value analyzer, and when type the ticker symbol of Apple like EAPL and then click search, and then it will come out like this. This is not the whole page of the that will come out. I just show you right away the value the, which the computer showed us here, the value analyzer. You can see the pair value price of Apple is only $56. That's $56. It says overvalued. See, it was priced, the market price it for 141, but the computer generated pair value is says it's only $56. That is like almost 100 or 90 dollar over value. That's interesting. Okay, so that's the first one. We know that it is overvalue based on the computer generated value analyzer. Then the next one I'll show you from the professionals what they say, and this is see to go there. I'll show you the first picture that I show you. See it, you can see there's a research also here on the page of the business. See this research, not the other research that it not this one, but this one here. You click that and it will come out like this. There. That's what the professionals say for the pair value of Apple. It says 154.12. So that means undervalue. The professional says undervalue, the computer says overvalue. And look at the difference. If you can, there, 154. The professional says 154.12 pair value, but the computer is only 56. That's like almost triple too. So that's the time we need to compute it ourselves so that we can really compare which pair value that are we going to use. See, and to do that, see, this is not the whole picture again of the page. I'm just taking a picture on this one because it will say the pair value, but part of this is where we get the computation ourselves, and I'll show you this one here. This is part of this. The professional gathered this data here. Now, as you can remember, On my previous video, I'm talking about like, okay, criteria. And it should the sales should be 10% above 10% average per year. Yeah, the sales, the net income on the or diluted earnings per share, and the free cash flow, and return on invested capital here on the bottom part should be 10%, 10% up. So this is how we're gonna use. Let's determine the growth rate of sales, growth rate of earnings per share, growth rate of net income, growth rate of uh, free cash flow. Let's see what is the growth rate here. See, let's take a look. Sales first. In 2013, it has 171 billion sales. That's 2013. And the recent year, 2022, they have 394 billion on sales. So that means, I usually only estimate this one. I don't do one by one and then get the average, or because usually I do it on my coffee break or lunchtime, and it's only like 30 minutes, right? I need to do it quick sometimes, and then and I don't want to stay long also on a computer. So what I do is that I'm just using the growth rate, using the rule of 72. I will do it and I will share it to you too, how I do rule of 72 on another video. But here, let's see, 171 billion sales for 2013, and in 2022 they have 394. Is like how many doubles it happened? 171 plus 171 to 394. Let's use a calculator. No, we're using a smartphone, so what we have to do is grab the calculator here. Let's see, calculator here. So how many double to reach 394? 171 plus 171, that's 342 already. So it's only one double, just over one double in 10 years. So that's like maybe 8% growth rate for their sales every year. And for the net income, it's 37 in 2013, 37 billion, and then in the 2022 their net income is 100 billion. So it's going up. And let's see how many double is that one. 37 plus 37 is like 74. So it's still one double in 10 years. So let's just put it 8% again. So 8% in sales, 8% in net income. Let's check the diluted earnings. So the diluted earnings, it is 1.42 in 2013, and in 2022 the diluted earnings per share is 6.11. So how many double is that? from 1.42 to 6.11. 1.42 plus 1.42 is, let's use the calculator. 1.42 plus 1.42, that's a first double, 2.84. So 2.84 plus 2.84, that's a second double, 5.68. So that means it's two double in 10 years. The earnings more just over two doubles in earnings. So that means it's like, let's put it 16%, 16% or 15%. So that's 8, 8, 15, 8 for sales, 8% for net income, but the earning per share is almost a double, like 16%. Let's just do it 16%. And the free cash flow, let's check the free cash flow. The free cash flow, it's 45 billion in 2013. And in 2022, it become 111. So this one is easy. 45 plus 45 equals 90. That's the first double. So 90 plus 90 is 180. So, but it's only 111. So let's just still say 8% because it's only one over one double in 10 years. So based on the four there, there's 3, 8, and 116. What I usually do is average this growth rate. So 8 plus 8, let's see, 8 plus 8 plus 16 plus 8 equals 40 divided by 4. So our average growth rate is 10%. 10%. So now we know the average growth rate of, of Apple is 10%. Let's go back to the first picture that I show you because we're gonna use it 10%. We're gonna do a future EPS, future earning per share. Here, see, this is the earning per share right now is 6.1, and let's see how much the earning per share in 10 years using the 10% growth every year. So that is 6.1. What I'm gonna do is just go to the calculator here. So 10%, so 1.1. That is 100 plus 10%. And then you can see this one like arrow up. And then let's do 10 years. So it says 2.59. And we times it to 2.59. What's the APS again? The APS is 6.1. Let's times it to 6.1. Times 6.1 equals 15. So it will become 15 in 10 years. That's the future EPS. Earning per share. And then we need to know the PE ratios. His history. Let's go back to the other picture here. This one, as you can see, there's price earnings. The average history here is like the lowest for 10 years is 11.42 and the highest is 40.45. So we add this one, that will be 51, 52. So divided by 2, that will be 26. So now the the average, uh, the history, 10-year average history of price to earnings is 26. So we will use it, multiply it with the future EPS that we have. It's, did I see it, 15.82 times 26, and that is 411. So this year the market price Apple 441, and based on our computation, 10 years from now it will become 411.32. That's 10 years from now using a 10% uh, growth. But that's 10 years from now. So we need to go back. What is the fair value price this year? So what we're going to do is, we know it's 411. So we will use uh, acceptable returns for us. Like if, like me, my acceptable rate of return is 15%. So 15%, you backtrack it to this year. So 411. So 15%, if you use rule of 72, is two doubles in 10 years. So double every 5 years. Because this is 10 years, so with every double every 5 years. So let's do divide 2. That's 205. That's the first double. And the second double, divide 2 again. There. That's our computation, our own computation for fair price value of Apple, 102.83. The computer generated says it's only 56, and the professional says 154. So there's three different pair value. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm going to follow mine, 102.83. 100.283. I start buying under this price. And if you want to put a margin of error on every computation, so that means, for example, if mine you put 50% margin of error, so my target price to buy is like $51. If I'm using the computer generated pair value, which is 56, if you put 50% margin of error on the computation, so I will buy it in $28. And if we're using the professionals, 100 54 fair price value and put a 50% also margin of error on their computation. So we need to buy it for $75. That's how I decide the fair value. You know, for example, we're using the professional's fair value. So and put 50% margin of error on their computation. So we're going to buy when the Apple go down to 74. So that means 50%, the Apple price will go down 50% from today, from this example 141, the market price 141, right? So I think that's all. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now. Let's go and multiply BY overs.